Hello YouTube, it's VSG Dawn here. I was just coming on to give a little update as to my progress in the weight loss surgery steps before actually qualifying for surgery. I had my sleep study this week, actually the night before last. It's Friday, June 15, 2012. I went for my sleep study. I did it at a hospital. I didn't do it at a sleep center because I called around for appointments, and the sleep centers, their first available date was going to be something like July 13th, and I'm shooting to get my surgery done hopefully the end of July, early August. So I wanted to have all of my appointments, all of my documentations, all of my clearances done before my 6th weigh-in. I call it a weigh-in when you go and see the nutritionist, and that's set for July 3rd. So I went for my sleep study at a hospital. I was supposed to be there at 8 p.m. and I didn't arrive at 8 p.m. I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to get there 8 p.m. I never fall asleep before 11 anyway. So I got there about 9. They called the sleep technician up to come get me because it's a hospital. You have to have, I guess someone escort you down to where you need to be. You can't just go walking around the hospital. So she came up within about 20 minutes or so, went down to the little room. They have a bed. It looks similar to, I guess, your bed at home. And it actually looked way more comfortable than it was. I guess I'm used to more of a bounce in a bed, and it was more flat type of overnight camp bed, if you've ever been to an overnight camp. But it was as comfortable as you can expect, not being in your own bed. They had a TV in the room, sink, place for you to put your clothes, and all of the equipment that they were going to attach to you. You had, I had 2 connections, little plastic pieces, little squares that they attached to my leg for them to pick up movements in my legs while I slept. Some on my chest, a band around my chest to tell when I start breathing more deeply and slow down. It picks up the actual expansion and deflation, I guess, whatever you want to call it, of your chest. And they had the little clip that they put on your finger when you go to the doctor in the emergency room to monitor your oxygen level. And they put quite a few tabs, that's what I call the little squares, in my head to monitor, I guess, my brain waves and different levels that go on during your sleep. And you have to stay asleep or be connected to the machines attempting to sleep for at least 6 hours for the study to be valid. So we got downstairs about 9:30. She had one other patient. At this hospital, they only do 2 a night, which is probably typical, I would think. And by the time everything was connected, I changed into my clothes. It was about 11:15, and I was a little worried because I need to get up and get out of there by 6 o'clock to get everything done for the next day. So 11:15, I was done. She said if I need anything, ring the bell. She left out, and I'd say I fell asleep within 15 minutes. I was pretty tired, and usually I did much less than I usually do before I go to bed on a typical weeknight. So I fell asleep and probably woke up 2 or 3 times during the night. And it was a little weird because usually you wake up, you look at the TV, look at the clock, roll over, go back to sleep. But knowing that someone is watching me in the camera with the red light in the corner, I don't know, it just bothered me a little bit. But I still went back to sleep pretty quickly. Woke up a couple of times sweating, which is not unusual since I like to sleep with my head almost covered up. And at some point, I usually cover it all the way up. And with a very thick comforter and being over 300 pounds, that's going to lead to sweating. And I think that's what woke me up. She didn't let me know the results of the sleep study, but I guess I'll find out from my doctor if I do have sleep apnea. I don't believe I do, but I guess I'll find out, and I'll let you guys know. So anyone who's interested in what happens during the sleep study, I actually woke up on my own 5:30. I say 5:30 because a program was going off on the TV and another one came on. And before I had a chance to go back to sleep, I didn't want to fully wake up and get my phone and see what time it was. I didn't want to disrupt that 6 hours that was required. So before I had a chance to go back to sleep, she came in and got me up. It was 5:42. So I was awake for 12 minutes and I wasn't going to go back to sleep. So I got my 6 hours in. It counts. And I was out of there. She had me fill out, the survey. When you get there, they make you fill out a survey. What your sleeping patterns like, what you've done that day. They want to know if you've drunk any alcohol, taken any medication, how much caffeine you've taken, if you had an operation within the last 2 weeks to a month. So the questionnaire is probably what took most of the time once we got downstairs before I actually was connected to all of the equipment before I went to sleep. And it's really not uncomfortable. I would suggest bringing a pair of pants to sleep in, leggings, yoga pants, because the connections to your legs, she said it actually works better if you have night pants on that are close to your body. If you don't, it can possibly come off during the night. They would have to come back in and reattachment. So if you are going for a sleep study and you don't mind wearing leggings or yoga pants or anything that's close fitting to your body to wear to bed, the sleep technician advised that that is best. So everything went fine. I'll let you know if the results had anything negative or I do have sleep apnea, because I'm trying to look at the time and I don't see it, because my pulmonologist told me before she would clear me, she wants the results of the sleep study. If you do have sleep apnea and it wasn't discovered before now, my pulmonologist said she would want me on my CPAP machine for at least 30 days before having surgery. So I'm hoping I don't have it, because that may interfere with my time schedule I have for myself. So I did my sleep study. All of the official doctors and tests that are required have been done. At this point, I'm waiting for my 6th nutrition appointment with the doctor and for them to submit to insurance. So I'm very excited. Just wanted to let everyone know. All right, I'll be checking in and speaking with you soon. All right, bye-bye.